Have you ever wondered how plants get the nitrogen they need to grow? Even though the air around us is full of nitrogen? Surprisingly, about 78% of the air we breathe is nitrogen gas. But here's the interesting part. Plants and animals cannot use this nitrogen directly. So, how does it become useful? The answer lies in one of the nature's most amazing recycling systems, the nitrogen cycle. Let's understand it step by step. Nitrogen is one of the most important elements needed for life. It helps plants make proteins, enzymes, and chlorophyll, which are essential for growth. Animals also need nitrogen because they get proteins by eating plants or other animals. But the nitrogen present in the atmosphere is in the form of nitrogen gas. This gas is very stable, which means plants cannot absorb it directly from the air. So, nature has found a clever solution. The first step of nitrogen cycle is called nitrogen fixation. During this process, atmospheric nitrogen is converted into useful compounds such as ammonia. Tiny bacteria living in the soil play a very important role. Some of these bacteria live freely in the soil, while others live inside the root nodules of leguminous plants like peas, beans, and gram. These bacteria capture nitrogen gas from the atmosphere and convert it into ammonia. Lightning also helps in nitrogen fixation. The enormous energy produced during lightning causes nitrogen and oxygen in the air to react, forming nitrogen compounds. These compounds dissolve in rainwater and enter the soil. In modern agriculture, industries also fix nitrogen artificially to produce fertilizers that help crops grow faster. Now comes the second step, nitrification. The ammonia formed during nitrogen fixation is still not the best form for plants to absorb. Special soil bacteria convert ammonia into nitrites. Another group of bacteria then changes nitrites into nitrates. Nitrates are the form of nitrogen that plants can easily absorb through their roots. Now we move to the third step, assimilation. Plants absorb nitrates from the soil through their roots. Inside the plant, these nitrates are used to make proteins, amino acids, DNA, and chlorophyll. These substances help plants grow strong, produce leaves, flowers, roots, and seeds. Animals cannot absorb nitrogen directly from the soil or the air. Instead, they obtain nitrogen by eating plants or by eating other animals that have eaten plants. In this way, nitrogen moves from plants to animals through the food chain. And the fourth step is called ammonification. Plants and animals do not live forever. When leaves fall, plants die, animals die, or animals produce waste. Decomposers such as bacteria and fungi begin breaking down these organic matter. During decomposition, the nitrogen present in dead organisms and waste is converted back into ammonia. And this returns nitrogen to the soil, making it available once again for the next stages of the cycle. And now the final step, which is called denitrification. Certain bacteria living in the soil convert nitrates back into nitrogen gas. This nitrogen gas is released into the atmosphere. Now, the nitrogen has returned to where it started, completing the nitrogen cycle. This cycle keeps repeating continuously, maintaining the balance of nitrogen in nature. Now let's quickly revise the entire nitrogen cycle. First, atmospheric nitrogen is converted into ammonia through nitrogen fixation. Second, ammonia is converted into nitrites and then nitrates during nitrification. Third, plants absorb nitrates and use them to make proteins. Animals obtain nitrogen by eating plants or other animals. This is called assimilation. Fourth, dead plants, animals and waste are broken down into ammonia through ammonification. And finally, denitrifying bacteria convert nitrates back into nitrogen gas, returning it to the atmosphere. And the cycle begins all over again. Have you ever wondered why is the nitrogen cycle so important? Without it, plants would not get enough nitrogen to grow.
Why is the
healthy
nitrogen
plants,
cycle
animals
so
and
important?
humans would not get enough proteins for growth and repair. The nitrogen cycle also keeps the amount of nitrogen balanced in the atmosphere and soil, making life on Earth possible. However, human activities can disturb this balance. Excessive use of nitrogen fertilizers can pollute rivers and lakes. Factories and vehicles release nitrogen compounds into the air, which can contribute to acid rain and environmental pollution. Using fertilizers wisely and protecting soil and water can keep nitrogen cycle healthy. So remember these 5 important steps in order: nitrogen fixation, nitrification, assimilation, ammonification and denitrification. Actually, nature wastes nothing. The same nitrogen atoms keep traveling through the air, soil, plants, animals, and back to the atmosphere again and again, supporting life on Earth every single day. And that's the incredible story of the nitrogen cycle, one of the nature's most perfect recycling system, isn't it?